For the past 20 years, I've had a fresh herb garden in my backyard. I love cooking with fresh herbs. The flavors that they add are really terrific. But I can't always have the fresh herbs that I want. Either I can't find them to plant in my garden or they're out of season. The difference between fresh and dry is not as much as you might think. All herbs, whether they're fresh or dry, have something in them called the essential oil, and it's that bit of the herb that makes it smell and taste like that particular herb. When herbs are picked fresh, they have a lot of water and the essential oil in them. And as they're dried, only the water is removed. The essential oils remain. So when you open your herb jar at home for the dried herbs, give it a sniff. If it no longer smells like the herb that it's supposed to, it's time to throw it away and replace it with some new stuff. When you're using fresh herbs, this particular one is fresh thyme. This came from my herb garden. And if I were to measure this, I'd probably get about half a teaspoon out of this one sprig of thyme. Typically, if a recipe calls for a sprig, it means a piece about 4 inches long. So to remove the leaves from this particular piece of thyme, what I'm going to do is simply run my hand down the stem in the reverse direction that they have grown. So I start at the top and just pull backwards and off come the leaves. And then if there are any small stems, I can do the same thing. Now, if we were to dry this particular herb, it would end up looking like this. This is dried thyme. It smells very much the same. It just looks smaller. To substitute dry for fresh, we use about 1/3 the amount of dry. So if we're using 1 teaspoon of fresh, it's 1/3 teaspoon of dry. And it's important to remember that when you use dried herbs, remember those essential oils are in here, but they're locked inside. If you're putting these in a dish that's heated, those essential oils will be brought back to life. But if you're putting in something that's not heated, for example, a vinaigrette, then you need to bring those essential oils to life. Put the herb into the palm of your hand, rub your hands together to warm it up, and then sprinkle it into your dish. It will wake up those essential oils and you'll get a really great flavor out of it. So use those herbs. They're an essential tool in your kitchen.